physical properties of alkane, alkene, alcohol, carboxylic acid, and ester. By the end of this lesson, students will be able to, number 1, state the physical properties of alkane, alkene, alcohol, carboxylic acid, and ester. Number 2, to explain how does the melting and boiling points increases with the increasing of number of carbon atoms per molecule. Physical properties of alkane. Generally, there are 4 physical properties related to alkene. Number 1, MPMBP stands for melting point and boiling point. Number 2 is physical state. Physical state of the compound in the room temperature. Number 3 is solubility in water. While number 4 is electrical conductivity. When we are talking about alkanes, the most thing that we have to know is the general formula of alkanes. The general formula of alkanes is CnH2n plus 2. There are 7 types of alkanes that you have to know. Number 1, methane. Number 2, ethane. Number 3, propane. Number 4, butane. Number 5, pentane. Number 6, hexane. And 7, heptane. The name for each of the alkanes can be written by referring to their general formula and the number of carbon atoms. For methane, the formula is CH4. For ethane, the formula is C2H6. While for propane, the formula is C3H8. For butane, the formula is C4H10. While for pentane, the formula is C5H12. For hexane, the formula is C6H14. And the last one, for heptane, the formula is C7H16. The physical state of alkenes at room temperature depends on the number of carbon atoms per molecule. For methane, ethane, propane, and butane, their physical state at room temperature is in the form of gas. While for pentane, hexane, and heptane, they occur as liquid at room temperature. What is the solubility of alkanes in water? Alkanes are insoluble in water, but they are soluble in organic solvent. Examples of organic solvents are propanone and tetrachloromethane. Does alkane conduct electric? Alkane does not conduct electricity. Why? Because alkane consists of neutral molecules. Alkanes consist of carbon and hydrogen atoms, so it are neutral molecules. So neutral molecule does not conduct electric at all. How about the melting point and boiling point of alkanes? Melting and boiling point of alkane increases with the increase of number of carbon atom per molecule. As number of carbon atom increase per molecule, so the melting and boiling point also increase. These are how we are going to explain the melting point and boiling point of alkene. There are 4 points involved. Number 1. Melting point and boiling point of molecules will increase with the number of carbon atom per molecule. Meaning that once the number of carbon atom per molecule increase, so the melting and the boiling point of the molecule also increases. When the size of molecules becomes bigger, the melting point and the boiling point of the molecule also increases. Then the force of attraction between the molecules also becomes stronger. more heat is needed to overcome the force of attraction between the molecules. Now, let's test yourself. Why melting and boiling point of propane is higher than ethane? Yes, propane have more number of carbon atom per molecule compared to ethane. So, the size of propane molecule is bigger than ethane. The force of attraction between the molecules becomes higher in propane. So, more heat energy is needed to overcome the forces. That's why the melting and boiling point of propane is higher than ethane. Now, it's your turn. Why melting and boiling point of butane is higher than ethane? So, let's think of it. Physical properties of alcohol. There are 6 physical properties of alcohol. Number 1, the state of alcohol. For alcohol that having the number of carbon atom from 1 to 11, so they occurs as liquid at room temperature. The solubility of simple alcohols such as methanol, ethanol, and propanol are very soluble in water. Methanol, ethanol, and propanol are very soluble in water. Alcohol occurs as colorless liquid at room temperature. It has sharp smell and very volatile. Alcohol has low boiling point. The boiling point of alcohol is 78 degrees Celsius. So, the boiling point of alcohol is lower than the boiling point of water, which is 100 degrees Celsius. Alcohol burn in blue flame. Now, let's move to the physical properties of carboxylic acid. Carboxylic acid occurs as liquid at room temperature. It is a colorless solution. Pure glacial acid such as glacial ethanoic acid is neutral molecule. Why? It is because it does not contain water. It does not contain water, and it is also a neutral molecule. Carboxylic acid normally have a sharp and unpleasant odors. Usually, it has a pungent smell like vinegar. One example of carboxylic acid is ethanoic acid. Ethanoic acid has a boiling point of 118 degrees Celsius, while the melting point is 17 degrees Celsius. Carboxylic acid that has 4 carbon atoms or fewer are very soluble in water. So, ethanoic acid is soluble in water. Ethanoic acid also can conduct electricity because it has, number 1, free moving ion. So, it can carry the charge. Physical properties of ethyl ethanoate. Ethyl ethanoate is one example of ester. Ethyl ethanoate is a colorless liquid. It occurs as liquid at room temperature. Ethyl ethanoate has sweet and pleasant smell. It has low density, whereby it has less dense than water solvent. Ethyl ethanoate is a very volatile compound. Ethyl ethanoate is slightly soluble in water but readily dissolved in organic solvent.